So I just wrapped up work. Today is Monday, and I figured it'd be fun to do a little what do I actually read while working a full-time job during the week. So it's going to be a Monday through Friday vlog, just little check-ins here and there about books that I'm reading and realistically how much reading I actually get done during the work week, because spoiler alert, it's really not a lot. So you guys will get to see my week and we will jump into that. But as far as reading, right now I do not have a physical book because I just finished my book yesterday. So we are going to be picking a new book together. But as far as my audiobook, which I'm about to pop on because I'm about to go on my walk, I'm listening to The Mad Wife by, I think her name is Megan Church. I'll put the cover up here. I'm like 60% through. So far, it's not the most exciting thing I've ever read, but I'm like interested enough. So I'm vibing. Makes my walk go by nice and fast. So can't complain with that. Plans for today: walk, make dinner, shower, hopefully read, bed. Those are the 5 plans. So let's jump on in. Friends, today is Tuesday. If you hear some noises outside, my neighbors are doing some little construction today, so that'll be in the background. But I just wanted to give a quick update. So yesterday I got 75% through The Mad Wife by Megan Church. Also started So Old, So Young. I got 57 pages into this, so not bad. I definitely would like to read a little bit more, but any amount of pages is a good amount of pages in my book. So far I'm enjoying this book. You're essentially following a group of friends over 20 years, and how you're following them is a party every, I think it's like 5 years or something. So it's always at like a party, and then during that party you get like timestamps and different point of views. So like, for example, the first chapter in this is at a New Year's Eve party, and it's Mia at like 11:05 p.m. And then you get Adam at 11:14 p.m. And so you're just progressively getting people's POVs to kind of just learn more about the friend group, about their interactions. And it's going to be, like I said, over 20 years. So the first part is in 2007. When they are all kind of, some of them are friends or just kind of getting to know each other. It's a couple years post college, so I think they're like 2 years out after college. So it's, so far it's so good. I love character driven books, so I'm interested to see kind of what happens. But yeah, so I'm about to lock in. I have like an hour-ish before I have to start work, so I'm gonna try to get some pages in before then. Then I work, go on my walk, so I will probably finish listening to that Megan Church book, and then make dinner, eat dinner, and read. So that's my plans for today. So let's dive in. Hello, friends. So today is Thursday, and I have literally not talked to the camera, I think maybe since Tuesday morning. So Tuesday, I didn't read much. I went on my walk, so I listened to some more of The Mad Wife. But honestly, I don't think I read any of my physical book, and I did not read anything yesterday, and I did not go for my walk yesterday, so I read nothing yesterday. So we're at a very slow week. But it's just realistic how I'm feeling in the week. So like I said, today's Thursday. I have a little bit less than an hour until I have to clock in for work. So I'm gonna read a little bit of this. I'm hoping I can get a little bit farther. I just got to the second party situation, so I'm currently on page 80. Or not 80, 78. So yeah, so I'm hoping to get, hoping to get a little bit farther into this. I made myself a cup of honey, vanilla chamomile tea. And we're gonna have some of that. I put coconut sugar in it to sweeten it. And this is my first time I'm making it, so here's hoping that it tastes good. Let's go. Not bad. I mean, it's not the best tasting thing ever, but it is not bad. So we'll have some of this while I read, but I wanted to give you guys a little update. So I know in my last video I was talking about a case for my Kobo and how I was like struggling. So I did end up just getting a clear case from Amazon, and I made this like little spring bookish design on Canva. And I ended up getting it printed and fits perfect in here, and it's just so cute. So I just wanted something like simple. I've been like sick of doing the stickers because I want to like kind of try and change it out, and like I should want to change things out pretty often. So I figured just doing something simple like this would be cute. So I just did the book background, and then this is just, oh my god, everything is reflecting off of it. You can see my coffee cup. But this is just some tulips with some books, and then some tea with some daisies and some books. So I just thought it was really cute, really springy. I have nothing loaded on here right now, but my main concern was with the stylus, as we all know. So can confirm the stylus does not stick great to the side like this with this case on. It definitely will just, oh, well, of course, right now. There you go. So it's just going to fall off. Okay. But I did come to realize that if you stick it right here, like right on the side, I mean, it's still not perfect, but it's a little bit better. Like, I mean, it's still just kind of, the case isn't made for it, but I mean, I'm not going to be like out here like tossing my Kobo around either. Like, it's more just to have it, to have a place to like stick it on. And it also does stick on the other side too. Like, I mean, that's obviously where the buttons are, so that's probably not what I'm going to do with it, but it is what it is. So yeah, so it can stick a little bit through the case, not much. And then it does stick on here a little bit better. Again, it's not perfect, but I feel like for my purposes, this is about as about as good as it's gonna get. I don't know, because I've seen people using the new the Kobo color case, the one that has like the florals on the back that kind of gave me this inspiration. And theirs seems to stick to the side. I've messaged a few creators. I haven't heard anything back, but I'm just interested to see, because I feel like a lot of people don't really talk about it. So I don't know. So we'll see how that ends up going. But I think the main reason this one doesn't stick on the side as much is because it has the reinforced corners. So it kind of sticks out a little bit. So when you, like, if you look, like there's some space here, which for me, I want a protective case, and it is what it is. And because I can just stick the stylus on the front like this, like it's not the end of the world. Again, it's not like the best thing, but while I'm reading, it's like not really in my way. It's just there. So it doesn't really bother me. I can flip it like I normally do, like, and it's still like, it's not like it's covering any of the screen. It's not like anything like that. So that's just what's gonna have to be. So just wanted to give you guys a little update and show you my little situation here. But I want to read this on my Kobo because I've been wanting to like read up in bed, but obviously like my husband's asleep, so I can't really just flick on some lights. So I am next in line for my Libby hold, thank God, but who knows how long that person's going to take to read, which, hey, more power to you. Take all the time you need, my friend. But I've been like checking it every day, multiple times a day, because I'm like, I just want to read this. I'm like, oh, wow. Starting today on page 78. So let's lock in and see how far we can get. Hello friends. I just wanted to do a quick touch base, a quick check in. I know I did a update this morning, but I got some fun things. I got my editions of Diary Bound and Fury Bound, and I was so excited. So I just wanted to show you guys because I looked at them this morning and they are beautiful and I'm in love with them. So here is, it's very sunny in here, but this is the cover. Just like, look at that shine. My cat is gonna try to follow the light around the room. But it's beautiful and I'm obsessed with these sprayed edges. Like, they just look, Winnie, I know, I see you judging me. And then you take the dust jacket off and it's got this beautiful foiling. Excuse me, Winnie. It says, make me your instrument of vengeance. And then when, spoilers, because this is, I'm going to show some art. My God, Winnie. So we have, this is on the front art, like, obsessed. And then this is the back, obsessed. And I'm like debating, oh my God, this cat. I'm debating doing a reread of this before I jump into Fury Bound, because I did read it recently and I know pretty much, like, I remember everything, but I'm like, do I want to just reread it for funsies? I kind of do. But anyways, so we got Diary Bound, which is beautiful, and then, oh my God, Fury Bound, oh, like, just, so it's got the blue foiling and then beautiful sprayed edges all around. Love, love, love. And then it has the same thing, some really pretty blue foiling on the front cover. Only a monster can lead me out of the dark. And I don't know what that means since I haven't read it, but it's just so beautiful. And then again, I'm going to show art, so spoiler alert if you haven't read it or don't want to know or don't want to see it. It's so pretty. Oh my God, it's so pretty. Oh, it looks so great. So, I don't know. I've been like unsure if I'm in my fantasy romance era, because I tried to read, after I read Rights of the Starling, I tried to read like dystopian and I just like wasn't in the mood for it. So I think it kind of like kicked me out of the mood for like anything that wasn't lit fic. But I don't know. I kind of want to jump into this. Especially because tomorrow, what day is tomorrow? Tomorrow's Friday. So will be a nice little fun weekend read. And I have the physical copy, but I might buy it on my Kobo. Sue me. Because I don't have a book to read on my Kobo right now. So I haven't been reading in bed, which is tragic because I'm losing out on valuable reading time. So maybe that's what I'll do. Maybe I'll pick this up on my Kobo and then read these. But like I said, I really don't know if I want to reread Diary Bound first. I just don't know. So I have to make that decision. But tell me these are not like the most beautiful. Like, I love the sprayed edges, but I think I'm going to display them with their spines out because they're just so pretty. So I haven't read Fury Bound yet, obviously, but these are going right up on my favorites shelf, right next to, well, it is in alphabetical order, I suppose. Perry, it's going to go after Devaney Perry's books. So love, just wanted to show you guys. So I just got out of work a few minutes ago and I'm about to go on my walk. So I'm hopefully going to be finishing The Mad Wife today. Since I only have like, I think 10 or 15% left of that. And the next audiobook I'm going to start after that, if I can find, I think it's on Hoopla. I'm going to listen to the next, what is that? Finley Donovan book, the next one that just came out. That's my tortoise. He's making noises, in case you hear that, because I'm sure you do, because he's obnoxious and he's always trying to escape his cage. His name is JJ. I don't think I've shown him in a vlog. I don't think I've shown my reptile, my other reptile, my bearded dragon Castiel, in a vlog either, so maybe I'll have to show him. But yes, we have JJ. Well, he's getting so big. It's our little sulcata. He's a cute little albino. We've had him for a couple months now, but I'm obsessed. He's just like the cutest little thing. His face always looks dirty because he's just always like digging and eating, but he is adorbs and I love him. So I'm gonna put him back because he is trying to dig his way somewhere. But yep, this is JJ. Cutie patootie. Oh, there's your little head. Hi, buddy. Hi, buddy. Say hi to the people. Hi, people. Oh my god, I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed with you. Oh yeah. It's so funny because when we got him, he was so little. That's the update, and I'll keep you guys posted along the way. Hello, friends. Today's Friday. Whoop whoop. Just wanted to give a quick update. So yesterday I got to page 143 of So Old, So Young. I'm actually really enjoying this. I just got to the third event. And it's interesting how much we are like learning about these characters just through these like, I don't know, these events. And like there are some flashback moments at these events, but the author does it in such a really interesting way that it just like flows. Like it doesn't feel like out of place. Like sometimes flashback scenes can feel like weird and janky, but this is really good. I'm actually very much thoroughly enjoying it. So today is Friday, so it is the last day of this video. So I'm not sure how much I am going to read because today, Remarkably Bright Creatures, the movie comes out, and I already know me and my aunt are going to be watching that later. So I don't really know how much time I'm going to have to read like after work, after I go on my walk and all that, and have dinner. So we shall see. But up to page 143 in this, I finished The Mad Wife, and I did start Direbound. I did decide I'm going to do a reread before I start Furybound. So I'm only like a chapter in to Direbound, so yeah, so that's as far as I am. So we shall see how far I get today. A little over an hour till I have to clock in. So I'm gonna sit here. I have a rice cake with peanut butter, read, my coffee's brewing, and I got my water. So we're just gonna sit for a little while, read, and then I will probably touch base with you guys and wrap up this video tomorrow. So I'm at a weird angle, but we're going to work with it because this is the only way that the lighting works in this room at the moment. So wanted to do a quick wrap up to today's Saturday. So this video ended yesterday technically. So I just wanted to kind of touch base and talk about all the numbers and things that I read. So the first thing I finished The Mad Wife by Megan Church. I gave that 3 stars. There was like a twist in the middle that I really liked. And overall it was pretty good. It wasn't like great, but it wasn't bad. I had a really enjoyable time reading it. I liked the audiobook, so definitely like that. And then I also, on my walk yesterday, I started Molka by Monica Kim. I got 12% into that as well. And it's weird. It's following, I don't know, it's just like, it's kind of like the same thing as The Mad Wife, where I think it's more just like a kind of a literary suspense. Like in The Mad Wife, you're literally just following this woman who, she has a neighbor move in, and she's like just dealing with pretty much just feeling like depressed and like postpartum depression and all this stuff, and how she's like dealing with all that, but she's also trying to figure out all these like secrets and like weird things that are happening like across the street. And then with Molka, you're following, I think we're following 2 main characters, and one of them, they have cameras like hidden in the female bathrooms at their place of employment, and it takes place in Korea. And then the other one you're following is a woman who, she works somewhere, and like I don't really know too much about it, but her sister passed away and she still lives with her mom. And so I'm assuming that their stories are going to interconnect somehow, but the premise of it just sounded very interesting. I made the most progress in is So Old, So Young by Grant Ginder. So I made it to page 189, which is about 50% of the way through. So honestly, that's pretty good. Because like I said, there were quite a few days where I didn't read and just wasn't feeling all that great. So this is definitely decent progress. And I also did start my reread of Direbound. I legitimately only made it one chapter in, so not much reading happened on here, but I did start the reread, so one chapter down. Is I listened to 2 audiobooks, so I don't know the page count for those. So we're just gonna go with I finished Mad Wife, started Molka, started Direbound, and So Old, So Young. So not a great week, but not a bad week. So that's just typically what I read in a week when I gotta work and I'm tired and I don't read that much, and sometimes I just want to watch TV, and that's what happened this week. So that's the update. But yeah, so that's the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoy. Always please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all in my next video.